Hello everybody, I have a very nice peaceful video for you today. No music, just the sounds of the river and some lovely kayaking adventures.
Hello.
What are we doing today?
We're going for a kayak down the River Thames.
Woo!
Yeah.
The sun is trying to come out, which is very nice. It's a little bit chilly. Autumn is setting in, but less than a month now until I'm out of here, so gotta make the most of the chilly weather while I can. Dad has been very excited to get out in his new kayak, and prior to this trip he'd only done one other kind of test run, but he brought one of his battery packs from the van and then an inflatable pump so that we wouldn't have to manually inflate it, which was very handy indeed. And can I just add, he'd only been out of hospital for about 2 days after 3 weeks of chemotherapy and like staying in the hospital. It's just insane. He handled it very well and is doing fine now, by the way. I know I don't have a big enough audience for this yet, but just gonna get some practice in and say that I'm not sponsored by this kayak company. It's actually just like my genuine thoughts and feelings that it is good. Now that she is fully pumped up and we are fully packed up, we can do the last step, which is put the fins on, which slide in, and then there's like a little key thing that you tuck underneath that locks them into place, and then we're going to hit the water. I've watched enough fail videos in my lifetime to know that getting into a kayak can be very dangerous, and I was very worried about falling in, but both me and Dad did it very gracefully.
Alright, here we go.
Let's go! This lady feeding the ducks and the swans melted my heart. It was so cute. It's bloody lovely, isn't it, Dad?
That's awesome. What a day.
And the current's pretty speedy, so we don't even really have to paddle that much. Because we actively decided to start upstream and like go with the current, so we didn't have to paddle. Oh, Wallingford Rowing Club. Cute. And yeah, sun's come out, and we got some nice music playing, and I've got a cider. So things pretty good. Wow.
And this is.
I hadn't even seen that.
This isn't even Henley. Henley's just way more.
We're nowhere near Henley.
Oh no.
Oh. This was such a surreal experience, kayaking underneath the bridge that I've driven over so many times to go back and forward to Braziers and then back home, and it gives you a new perspective, you know, and I was so grateful for that. About 2 weeks after this, I actually walked to my swimming spot at the river, and it would normally take me 10 minutes to drive, and the walk took an hour and a half. And you notice so much more, and it's a similar thing that I'm getting with the kayaking and like slowing down. And because we weren't in a hurry, it meant that we could explore up this little stream that was coming into the river, and the water here was so incredibly clear. It was amazing.
He came right up to you then.
Just missed it with the camera. the fuck? This water is insanely clear. It's gorgeous. And there's little fishies. Wow. Fun! Oh my god! Any good countryside explorer knows it's basically the law that you have to walk over any little bridges that you come across, even if they're not on along your route or the direction that you're going. You just have to walk over it for like the fun of walking over a bridge. Like, it brings so much joy to just walk over a little bridge, you know? So I encourage everybody to do when they see a little bridge. It's just walk over it. That way. Onwards! That's definitely a UFO. It is my favourite thing to see plants growing in like human-made structures, whether it's just like a tiny little bit of moss on a pavement or like the whole of Chernobyl that has like been rewilded by wildlife. It's just, I love it. It's a kayak, and this is where we're having lunch. Hello.
Hello.
So the spot where I go swimming in the river is on the other side of the river, and for the past month I've been swimming past this restaurant and I've been wanting to come for lunch, and that's what we're doing. We're having a nice fancy lunch. We've got a glass of rosé and some fancy ass food coming, and we're in this little pod and it's got a little bit of heater and fairy lights, and it's just so damn cute. Very content. That was some of the yummiest food I've ever eaten. I'm not meant to undo that bit.
No, not that bit, no. You ready?